All right, everybody. Got a new one for you today. We're going to do a little bit of a science experiment with some very non-scientific people. So let's get into it. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to test out some torque sticks. So I'm sure you guys have all seen our videos on how we torque wheels. If not, go check those out. Or probably just one video. Go check it out. We lightly install the wheel, the lug nuts, and then we go back and hand torque them to the proper spec, and then somebody else comes in and double checks that torque. So we don't ever want to have a loose wheel, and we want them torqued properly. A lot of people, for many years of my career, this was the weapon of choice to put on a lug nut, and it was just a ugga-dugga. 2 or 3 and we were good, okay? It's not the right way to do it. You can get a lot of brake rotors warp. You're definitely going to damage lug studs, lug nuts. That's why they have to get replaced sometimes. I'm going to get, on our video on TikTok on doing this, we got a lot of comments on, I've been doing that for 30 years and never had an issue. But I promise you they've been putting some lug nuts on there. Those clients' cars have had to have lug nuts and studs replaced. And I've had vehicles that we've done hand torque on that have hundreds of thousands of miles on them, never had a lug nut or stud replaced. When we over tighten it, we stretch the threads, we seize them up, they get hot, and they can damage themselves easily. And then also, if you put that much torque on a rotor, it can cause the rotor to warp. Different vehicles, we got a lot of comments on our video on the vibrating wheel or the hub being bent about wheel torque. Do we torque them properly? And yes, we do. So we want to get into, is a torque stick a good option? You know, I don't know. I haven't used torque sticks in a very long time, but they're definitely going to be faster. So do they get us kind of in
the range?
The range, yeah, where we would feel comfortable. So here's how we're going to do it. Again, we're non-scientific people, so blow us up all you want if we do it wrong and you would do it different. I'd love to hear it. You guys come up with some way you want us to do different, and if we get enough comments on that, we'll come back and do it a different way. I have no problem with that. This is the way we thought of it. We're going to go in. We got these off of Amazon. Regular old, I don't know what brand that is, Aries. And just torque sticks. I think they were, I don't even know, 40, 50 bucks, 60, $70, something like that. We do have one. This is an older one, but it is a, bless you, this is a Blue Point. So name brand-ish. So we're going to do that also. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do an 80. We're going to do a 100, and we're going to do a 140. I don't think we need to do all of them. So we're going to do an 80, 100, and 140, and this one is 100. So we're going to do this one as 100 also, just to see if there's any difference between these two. We are going to do it with 2 different impacts. So for years and years, this is what we used, industry standard for many decades. Don't see them much anymore. You don't hear those in shops anymore. Most people use an electric now, so we're going to use the electric. We have done a couple little, we haven't got the answer. We have not gone to this and done the answer and then are doing the video. What we have done is tighten them down, and we've been playing around with how are we going to know what the torque is. So we got electronic torque wrench, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put them on, tighten them up, and then I'm going to take the torque wrench and I'm going to tighten it down until this torque wrench, until it moves, okay? Then we know that that is the breakaway torque. This is what we came up with to get that lug nut moving again. And we've hand torqued them and then went back to move them. Takes about 10 pounds additional over the torque that they were torqued at to get it to move, okay? So we know that if it's 10 pounds over what we put it at, so if we put this one on at 100 and then we torque the lug nut with a torque wrench back down and it moves and it's 110, we're really going to be about 100 because we've done this with hand torquing. So that's how we're going to do it. I'd love to hear some comments down there. I'm sure there's some engineers that watch this channel. I'd love to know what you guys would suggest on doing this, because we want to be as accurate as we possibly can. So that's how we're going to do it right now. And I also will tell you that we've hit a few of these things with the electric impacts, and the electric impact does not like the torque sticks, but we're gonna try to do the best we can. So we're gonna start with this wheel, and how we're gonna do it is we're gonna do 3 lug nuts. It's a 6 lug nut, is that right? 6
Yep.
lug nut. We're going to do 3 lug nuts with electric and 3 lug nuts with air. Then we're going to lower it down, and we're going to do the torque on them. So
just so you guys know, before we catch any flack about it, we do know that the torque, max torque on this wheel is 150 foot-pounds, so we will not be exceeding the torque.
Yeah, so 150 foot-pounds on this. We're only going up to 100 with the torque stick. We hope you don't exceed the torque. We'll see what the torque stick does. And just so everybody knows, you're gonna, Mike's got his Hey Dudes on today, and we're in here. It's a Sunday, and we're in here doing a video. So it is a Sunday out here. So we've got Clayton over here working on a friend's car and stuff. So not normal shop hours. You see the door shut. It's a little quieter in here, but we wanted to get this done for you. So ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, so here's what we got. Tires loose. Okay. We're going to tighten 3 of these up. Here, we're going to do this just because we have to. We're going to snug them all up in a star pattern. We're just going to touch them down, snug them down. Then Mike's going to go back. He's going to hit these 3 with the air. Then we're going to hit these 3 with the electric. Okay? Again, we're going to get them tight. So, I mean, theoretically, my understanding is you can't over torque with this because this is supposed to be a torque limiting device. So we're going to hit this thing and we're going to see what happens because we all know how that works in the real world. We're out there just hitting it, we're moving and shaking. So, all right, so let's go ahead and start. Easy, easy. Just snug. All right, that's good. Now you're gonna hit these 3 with air, correct?
Yep.
All right, hit them. That did move a little bit, so.
Does not like the electric.
That moved though. All right, so now let's lower it down. You got it on the ground?
Yep.
All right. Here's what we got. 210 foot-pounds. So we know it should be, we're looking for 90 is what we're looking for, okay? That's, just from what we've seen, we're looking for 90. Because it's about the 10-pound range that we know to get this thing to move again. And again, I think that's, this is kind of where I'm going with it. I know there's engineers that are going to say that's the wrong terminology, but my thought was always, there's the breakaway torque and then there's the running torque, So this is going to have breakaway torque to get it to move. So we're going to be fighting some friction against the wheel and stuff like that. All right, so these are our
Electric.
3 electrics, correct? Let's start with the air. Let's go right there. All right, I'm not going to look at that. I'm just looking at the socket to see when it turns. Just moved. No idea where you're at.
135.
135? Oh my. Okay. That moved.
113.
115.
13.
Okay, 113. Moved.
114.
Okay, so they're all even.
Oh, the first one was 137.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I want to be able to see that. I can feel it, but I also want to see it. Here we go. All right. That was it.
160.
Woo.
That was it.
166.
That was it.
142.
Okay, that's actually. Did we get the 80 stick? That's actually much. I thought it'd be closer than that. I'll be honest with you. I'm just thinking that we do something wrong here. Let's do this, Mike. I want to loosen them back up. Let's get one of our helpers to loosen them back up, okay? And then I want to retighten them up with just the air on that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Let's do that. Let's go back up a little bit. All right, who's going to volunteer for the first round? All right, come on in, Tristan. All right. So, you're going to take this. We're going to put it on. I'm just going
First of all, we got to tell them who the helpers are. This one here is
It's
my
Tristan.
son,
Yep.
Tristan.
Say hey, Tristan.
All right, here we go, buddy.
Wearing a beanie when it's 100 degrees.
It is 100 degrees right now, and this guy's got a beanie on. All right, here we go. I'm going to help you out here. Get your other hand on it. All right, go ahead and pull the trigger. That's it. All right. It's a little bit of a touch you got to do. Go ahead and go to your next one. Go ahead. All right. Once it goes loose, you don't have to pull it again. Okay, let it kind of do its thing. Okay. That's it. Do that. Go ahead, one more. Hit it one more time. That one. Oh, that one's fighting you a little bit. Put that back on there. Oops. All right, that's all right. Boy. There you go. That's perfect. Perfect. You get a touch already. All right, let's do this one. I don't think it came loose. All right, perfect. All right, man. Awesome. Thank you. All righty. Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna try it just to see here. All right, let's do it like people would do it. Gonna come in here and I'm gonna. I would think that's an absolute normal way of doing it. Would you guys agree?
I had a thought though. What if we do the same thing except for instead of watching the socket move, reverse it?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
We tried that already.
Yeah, we tried that. It's completely doesn't do anything. All right, let's go ahead and lower it down just a little bit. What we found was when we go to loosen it, and I have no explanation for this, even when we hand torque it, when we go to loosen it, it's incredibly low compared to what we just tightened it to. So that's why we didn't want to do that. We would hand torque them down to say 120, we go to loosen it and it would be like 90. Again, I'd love to hear somebody's explanation of why that happens, because we literally hand torque it with a torque wrench and then do that, and that's the results that we got.
Brand new torque wrench out of the box.
Yeah, yep. So not this one, but we had a brand new one at that one. All right. So again, we're at 210. I'm gonna put it on. Moved.
135.
So I mean, there's no reason for me to do the rest of them. They're all gonna be like that, and that's right where it was a second ago. Well, oh my gosh, I didn't even move that.
Yeah, 164.
Yeah, that didn't move. That moved.
105.
That just moved.
150.
And guys, I'm just waiting. I mean, it just, when I feel it just barely move, I'm stopping. There it went.
142.
All right. I mean, I could keep going, but I just feel like,
Last one.
there it is.
139.
Yep.
Consistent.
Yep. So, okay. Well, there's the 80.
Well,
I'd like to do this. Let's go ahead. Let's get another helper in here. Let's loosen them up, and let's do it with the 100. I want to do
Same one.
I want to do exactly the same thing with the 100, but I want to use the Blue Point
Blue
100.
Point.
Let's just see what happens.
All right.
And then if it comes out to be decent, we'll use the Aries 100.
okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, I like it. You ready to help? All right. It's the Mac man. He's coming in. All right, buddy. Serious face right there, good.
It's in work mode.
We're gonna turn. All right, buddy. I want to help you with this, okay? So I'm gonna come over here. This is Micah right here. It's a Mac man. So this is my grandson, the cameraman's son. All right, buddy. I'm gonna help you with the trigger, okay? So you got to let off of it when I tell you to, okay? So we're just gonna touch it. Go ahead and pull it a little bit. Pull it. Pull it. Good. Good. All right. Easy, easy. Easy. Keep going. Okay, good. All right, go ahead. Pull it a little bit. Go ahead. Okay, good. Just let off of it when it starts to come, okay? All right, go ahead. Perfect. That was a great one. Perfect. Oh man. Mac-Man said he got no. All right. All right. Good. Beautiful, man. All right. Good job, buddy. Appreciate it.
Sorry, we're gonna take the web off.
Nope, we're not gonna take it all the way off. We're just gonna leave it just like that. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead. Half electric, half air. Just I want to just barely snug them with that. I don't want you to hit it twice. I just want to just touch, touch, touch. Yeah, just barely, just to be sure.
It's the wrong size. Can't use it on that one.
Can't use that one on that one there. All right. Huh?
22.
22. All right, let's go ahead and get the Aries then. We can't use that one. Sorry, guys.
You want to try the 100, right?
Oh, hang on. What is this one now? Isn't that a... I don't know what
It's
brand.
100.
What brand is it though? I can't see that. Do you know what brand that is? Any brand or no brand?
This is a Snap-on 80 foot-pound.
Snap-on 80?
A Snap-on 80, so that would be comparing
Yeah.
apples to apples.
Okay, let's do it at 80. Let's do this Snap-on one at 80. Okay, do that. All right. I like it. Definitely a name brand on this one. No. Okay. It's unusual. All right, so which one? These are the air over here?
Yeah.
These three? Okay.
Let's do all of them.
Oh, we weren't going to use
You may
electric
use-
anymore.
We're not using electric?
No.
Yeah.
Do them all normal air.
But no. Just those three. Oh,
Oh.
we're going to do it. Wait a minute. Are we not doing electric?
Yeah, I want to do all of them the same way. We just did them all.
Okay. I don't think you're supposed to. Good?
Yep.
All right. Let's lower it down.
The reality is nobody's going to use the electric. It's just not practical.
I don't think anybody's even got air anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't know. You guys comment down below. Who still has air impacts? I know all of my generation has got them.
Or is
But,
somebody using the electric impacts with these torque sticks?
Yeah.
That's a
Are
thing.
are you guys using electric impact? Is it the Makita? Are you guys able to use the electric impact and not have that? I mean, we're literally pulling the trigger. You're seeing it go stopping. We're not stopping it. It's like pulling the trigger and that thing just stops. So comment. Let us know. All right. Put it back on. It's your 10 again. All right. And this is supposed to be 80.
80, yeah.
That just barely moved.
90.
Okay, that would be perfect. It's not moving. There it went.
142. 46.
46. All right, sorry guys, we didn't do anything. We just had an alarm go off on the phone and it shut the video off. Here we go. That moved a little bit more. Yeah, that was probably closer to 90, 95.
104.
Which one haven't I done, Mike? You see?
I think it's that one.
All
Yeah.
right, there we go. Yeah.
90.
Well, clearly
Snap-on.
Snap-on's way more accurate.
Way more
than the
accurate.
Aries.
Yeah. Yeah, that shows you right there. I don't like the 46 one.
It might have been 96. I need to look back at it.
Let's, I want to do it again. I want to do that one with the electric.
Okay.
I want to see. Let's just find out. Let's, hey, we're here. Okay, we had a little cut there because we wanted to go back and see, was that actually 46 or 96? Well, the camera angle is a little difficult. You guys will see it. You guys can blow it up and look at it. We blew it up on one frame, and you can definitely see the line at the top. So it is 96 on the one that we thought was 46. So much more consistent. A little high for my liking, but more consistent. So now we're back. We've got the wheel loose again. We've got the 80 foot-pound Snap-on. We're going to do it on electric, and we're going to see what results we get from that, because I really feel like most people have electric today, but I could be wrong. Comment below.
Let me just turn this down while I'm doing this. So
I think it needs to be, oh, you're talking about just to snug
yeah,
it?
just to snug it, yeah. All right, now
Full bore?
full bore.
All right.
That's the gun shutting off on me, guys.
He's literally pulling the trigger. Hold on. Yeah.
That was all of it.
All right. Just wanted to, I was going to show something again. All right. Let's go ahead and lower it down a little bit. And 210. All right. Let's get in there at a good angle. So you can see all these good. So you let me know when you're ready. Good. All right. Here we go. That moved.
128.
Goodness. I don't think it moved.
55.
Yeah. That moved.
93.
One 21. Did that move?
94.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That moved.
94.
That was the last one? Yeah. Okay, so should have been writing those down so we can see, but they were all over the place.
All over the place.
I guess the takeaway from this is,
Use a torque wrench.
well, I'm not, listen, I'm not making that judgment call for you guys, okay?
Well, let's say, for example, though, let me put this out there in the universe. A lot of manufacturers, say for a lot of Toyotas with the shouldered lug nuts, their torque spec is 76 foot-pounds. So if you had used an 80 foot-pound torque stick on that vehicle, you're going way outside.
Yeah.
In
Well,
most
yeah, I mean,
cases.
one of those, what, 100 and something on one of those?
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, it's like the air, I think the air impact made it more consistent.
Definitely more
consistent. I mean, it was, if I had no other choice and I had to put something on, I didn't have a torque wrench, and I would at least use the air to go, it's going to get me, at least they're all going to be really close to the same. It looks like with electric, it's just all over the place.
And it's hard.
And it's just an app. And again, I'd love to hear you guys' comments on that. I know there's tons of you out there using an electric impact with a torque stick. Please let us know, because I'd love to know if it's this Milwaukee or if there's some kind of feedback or something through this. So my takeaway would be air seems to be more accurate. The Snap-on, the name brand, seems to be more accurate. I mean, I think we can kind of stop here. We were going to do the 140 and all that. I don't think it's going to make a world of difference at all. I think we've seen enough with this one to know that if you're using electric, maybe check yours. I'd love to hear that. Maybe you guys do an experiment. Take a few minutes and do this. If you got a torque wrench, and just see what you come up with. Leave the comment down below. Did you guys come up with something different? So yeah, I mean, if we go right now, I'll show you just so you guys can see about the taking off torque. So let's look at this one right here when I go to move it, what the torque is. There it is. All right. So what are you at there?
146.
All right. So now let's see what it does when we take it off. And I'm just going to pull just nice and easy. I'm not going to yank it because that can make a difference. That's moving.
So
There's 100.
I mean, it's just such a huge difference
that's a
taking
big
it off.
difference. You wouldn't expect that to be.
No. So that's why we didn't do it in reverse, because that's kind of what we came up with. And we did exactly the same thing. You know, I mean, you just saw me. I torqued it and then took it off. You saw what the torque was and then what the takeoff torque is. Again.
Can you show them how we do it?
Well, yeah.
Let's do our torque. Let's do it real quick. Let's show you how we do it.
First of all,
Let's
we
take
don't use half-inch guns at all.
We're going to do this right now. I'm going to go get one.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and take it loose. There's that. This is we need to do this wheel anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and do this wheel.
150.
150.
Socket soccer.
What size, Mike? 19?
21.
21.
When we're going back on with the wheel, guys, we use a 3/8 drive.
And very lightly.
And just very lightly. This torque's at 150, which is the spec for this vehicle.
Say the retorque.
We're going to do it. Mike, there you go.
Then we call out another tech, retorque.
I'm just going to come in and just... Okay.
Within 10 pounds on all of it.
Yep. All right, so there's the results. You saw the hand torquing when I was checking them; they were all within 10 foot-pounds. So I think that the result of this for us anyway is we're going to stick with the way we do it. You guys take away and do it, what you feel is right. We had a lot of comments on some of the things that we do in this shop that people say you can't be flat rate and you can't make money doing that. And I would throw this out there. I want to do it right. And think about it like this. Let's say you're about to get on an airplane. You want that guy that put that wheel on that airplane that's about to be on that landing gear to torque that wheel on, or do you want him to go, I don't get paid to do that right. I want to do, so I'm just going to hurry up and put it on with an impact. Kind of want to see that thing torqued on there. This is people's lives. We've all seen videos of wheels coming off. So, but if you don't have a way of torquing it down, definitely I think a name brand torque wrench is the way to go. It looks like the Amazon ones didn't really hold up to the scrutiny there. But
torque sticks.
The torque sticks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Amazon torque sticks. So electric. I'd love to hear what people say about the electric if it works with these things, and how many guys still have air. I think that for us, it's just a quality thing for us, and we're going to stick with where we're at. And definitely, when you see guys running over, and we say, listen, we call out, and people come over. We very much do work together here. I mean, I know everybody in this industry says team, team, team. I get it. I really do. We all do work together, and guys will run over here. Nobody thinks anything out of the way when somebody says retorque. There's somebody running over here in 1 second. They're just going to come over and take care of it. It literally adds maybe 1 minute to the job. Maybe one day we'll time it out. And I know guys are going to be like, oh, it's 1 minute. 1 minute on every car if I do have many cars. Okay, I get it. But you know what? It's tight. It's good. How long does it take you when it comes back and you can't get the lug nut off? How long are we spending to try to get a lug nut off, and then it breaks, and then we got to go tell you know, the client that they got a broken lug nut, now we got to replace that, you know, and how many of them go, it wasn't broken when it came in. I mean, there's all kinds of scenarios here that cost us time. You know, let's just do it right and be done with it, you know. So, but again, I hope this helped. You know, I'd love to hear comments on this. I know that we're going to have a lot of guys that go, I would have done it different. I sincerely want to hear how you would do it, because we will come back and do it again. I want to try it. So, you good?
I'm good.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, it's Sunday. Pouring down rain now. Absolutely just torrential rain. Just started. So we're going to wrap this up. We'll see you in the next one.